the next big thing after TikTok, AI-generated feeds and the end of human creativity. Welcome to peak vertical video. We're living in an era where vertical video content reigns supreme. If you open your phone right now, chances are you'll be sucked into TikTok's infinite feed, or maybe YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or whatever clone from whatever X is doing currently. This shift wasn't just about giving users a wacky new angle to watch on, it was a cultural reset, one that radically changed how we consume media. Think about it. Not so long ago, you scrolled through Instagram photos or queued up a YouTube video. You might have watched a 20-minute vlog, or you clicked on a new subscription. Now, you open an app and the content starts playing automatically. You don't choose, you don't browse. You swipe, and a new 15-second piece of slop is served. Again, 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 and again. This loop, the endless vertical video feed, has become our new default. TikTok led the way, and everyone else followed. Why? Because ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, realized that people don't actually want choice. They just want endless novelty. And that simple, almost obvious realization changed everything. No more curation or complicated menus. No more watch later lists. Just a single swipe separating you from that next dopamine hit. But if you think that's the end game, think again, because the same forces that propelled us into vertical video feeds are about to give birth to something even bigger. And let's face it, it's worse. The fatal flaw of user choice. Before TikTok, social media gave you options. You followed friends, you subscribed to channels that matched your interests. It was an active experience. You hunted for content that appealed to you, shaped your feed around your favorite creators, and occasionally stumbled onto new interests via content recommendations. But this model has a fatal flaw: deciding. The more options you have, the longer you spend figuring out what you want to watch rather than just watching. TikTok flipped this on its head, removing nearly all friction between you and your entertainment. A bet on a simple premise. We'll show you something. If you hate it, swipe. If you like it, watch. And we'll find you more of it. Sure, older social platforms also used recommendation algorithms, but TikTok perfected the art of micro-entertainment, where every second is curated to spike retention and maximize watch time. The result? People watch more, explore less, and feel oddly free because they're not bogged down by those pesky choices. With the feed automated, there's just one more annoying part to get rid of: the user-generated content. That's this right now. AI-generated feeds, no more human creators? Picture this. Instead of scrolling through videos that an actual person filmed, edited, and uploaded, you're swiping through an infinite stream of AI-generated content, complete with scenes, characters, and dialogue concocted in real time just for you. The process is so smooth that you barely notice it isn't human-made. It's like fast food for your eyes and ears, meticulously engineered for maximum palatability, hitting all the right flavors of novelty and nostalgia so that you can't resist going in for one more bite. And here's the kicker. This isn't sci-fi. It's happening right now. Models like Midjourney, Sora, Stable Diffusion handle the visuals. AI narrators and voice actors clone any type of tone you want. AI music generators make entire tracks. All this is done currently from a handful of text prompts. When you combine all these elements into a single product, the social media feed, everything will be curated by the platform's AI to keep you watching. The content isn't just recommended to you anymore, it's fabricated for you. Every second you linger, every reaction you give, refines the algorithm's recipe. This hyper specificity will be so good you can't say no. Why choose the salad when the burger is free? It's the same principle. Don't serve people what they need, serve them what they can't refuse. By the time you realize how irresistibly customized this buffet is, you're already too hooked to put down your phone. Parasocial relationships and the AI friend illusion. We've all heard of parasocial relationships, the deep emotional attachment fans feel towards their favorite creators or influencers. Even though the interaction is mostly one way, in an AI-driven future, these relationships could get far more intense and far more problematic. Already, we've seen AI companion apps offering simulated texting or even romantic chats. Some influencers like Little Michaela aren't even real humans, yet they boast millions of followers who interact as if they are. A fully AI-powered influencer could be live 24/7, always ready to respond, never needing a break, and they can adapt to your mood personally. A tailor-made parasocial bond just for you might even feel better than the real thing. But is it healthy to invest this social energy with something that isn't real? Don't ask these questions. Instead, indulge in an AI designed to appease, validate, and echo your emotions. After all, the only thing special enough for you is your little slice of the latent space. Ignore the fact that you have to pay a subscription for your custom AI best friend. Just keep watching and consuming. If you made it this far through my musings, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It's literally the only evidence I have that there's a world beyond these fluorescent lit walls. And you never know, your thumbs up might just be what keeps the algorithm from replacing me with AI. The illusion of choice. Perhaps the scariest aspect of all is that it won't feel different. These AI feeds will still be addictive, entertaining, and eerily personal. You'll get videos that make you laugh, cry, you'll stay up way past your bedtime, you'll still see comment sections, hearts, share buttons, except instead of a human behind the content, it's a digital puppet master pulling invisible strings. By the time you realize you're interacting with purely synthetic content, it might already be too late. You discover the comments cheering you on are bots. The influencers you idolize is an AI. The news you consume has been spun by a model that's never slept, never breathed, and yet it all feels so real. In that moment, you might wonder if you're living in a world crafted solely to keep you scrolling, buying, and numb. A place where choice is an illusion because the algorithm decided for you long ago. But here's the kicker. Someone has to build those algorithms and own them. The great AI land grab. Who do you think is going to serve up this endless buffet of digital dopamine? Naturally, it's our dear friends in big tech. After all, whipping up infinite content on the fly isn't some side hustle. It demands colossal computing power, oceans of data, and entire battalions of engineers. That's where Google, Meta, ByteDance, and Microsoft come waltzing in, each clutching enough server farms to blanket a small country. In today's world, individual creators still hold a scrap of power. Some folks even build entire careers off of a phone camera and a dream. But in the AI first future, the real currency isn't creativity anymore. They've already captured that in the model. It's computing resources. Whoever owns the biggest servers gets to crank out endless streams of content. No pesky need to pay or negotiate with those finicky humans. Just use those nuclear power generators to cover those electricity costs. The result? Think digital feudalism. The peasants, that's us, mindlessly watch, scroll, and react. The lords, the megacorps, control the AI that fabricate everything we see, hear, and eventually believe. And if you dare to create something yourself, well, better cough up a licensing fee for their AI tools or kiss distribution goodbye. Because in this new kingdom, they own the roads, the farmland, and even the air you breathe online. The radical act of touching grass, for real. So with all this talk about AI overlords, endless digital feeds, humanity's slow crawl into algorithmic oblivion, what's the fix? Do we just let ourselves dissolve into the virtual ether and hope for the best? Absolutely not, because the real antidote to this synthetic onslaught is plain old real life. Let's talk about touching grass, but for real. Not the meme, I mean physically stepping outside, feeling the sun on your face, listening to the birds, actually doing something off screen. In a world that's increasingly curated by server farms, the most rebellious act might be going to an actual farm, or out your door and talking with a real, living, breathing person. So go out and find your people, engage with humanity, forge for genuine human connections in places where algorithms have no say. Concerts aren't just an excuse to flex on social media, they're a statement that you're physically sharing the same air and energy as other people around you. The same goes for festivals, improv, open mics, and even weekly board game groups. All those messy, unscripted interactions where, yes, you might get hurt, are actually building something that is realer than just you, because it is shared with others. Look, AI isn't all evil, and scrolling on TikTok won't instantly rot your brain. Yet. But if you feel like you're swimming in an ocean of digital illusions, the simplest way to remind yourself that you exist in a real, unscripted world is to get out there and participate. Take a risk, get hurt, feel the pain, but live, and breathe it all in. Because no matter how advanced this gets, interacting with the physical world is an experience no AI feed can match, and each second is a taste you should be savoring. Thanks for sticking around until the end. I really appreciate the company. Now that you're heading off to your real life concerts, gym classes, and board game nights, I'll just be here alone under the fluorescent lights in this never-ending loop, cranking out content to feed the ever-hungry algorithm. But hey, at least I know somebody out there has got to touch grass today. If you enjoyed this, please comment below and tell me what the grass feels like.